A very clear brand position is one thing, but ultimately if you want to ensure that it's a really kind of rich identity and it's not something that can be easily replicated by the competition, then you need to elaborate on it. Now there are lots of different ways of doing this, but something that I find really simple is to follow David Aker's I think he called it his brand identity positioning or brand identity planning model. And this was about a quarter of a century ago, but in my opinion, not that much has changed. So what David Aker did was he split it into 4 components. So first of all, he looked at the brand as a product. So this is in terms of the features and the benefits of the products, of the services that you sell. And this kind of thing obviously really appeals to the kind of rational decision maker that's looking for those functional considerations. The second thing he did was to break it then out into brand as organization. So essentially, company values, what do you stand for? Now this is really important, certainly within a B2B context, but actually I would say it's applicable to all companies. Thirdly, he looked at brand as person. Now this is really important because this is where the emotion comes in, and people buy from people far more readily than they buy from sort of faceless organizations. So it's really helpful to think about the brand as a person. Give them a name, an age, a gender, a job, a daily routine. The more detail, the better. Now this not only has implications from an internal recruitment point of view, because obviously it needs to be authentic, it needs to genuinely be the characteristics that your internal people embody, but also it's really important in terms of which kind of influences your brand is going to engage with via social media. So it has huge implications both internally and externally. Finally, he looked at brand as symbols, so color palette, typeface, user imagery, that kind of thing. Now that stuff is really important, but typically when people think about brand, that's all they think about. And actually, if anything, that's the bit that should come last.